Doc, put that gun away. I want to take Mayor Randall and Mr. Clark alive, remember?
Well, if they're in Alhambra, you can bet they're going to have their bodyguards with them.
Well, just wing them if they go for the guns.
Wyatt, if you think you're going to take the man, the biggest real estate thief in Tombstone without any shooting, you've been drinking the wrong stuff. Now, you take the devil's advice. Just once, huh?
All right, Doc.
Well, there's a picture of a, shall I say, scantily clad woman on the wall behind the bar. And as soon as you make your dramatic announcement that you're going to take Randall and Clark, I'd buy a shotgun here to blast away at the lady. Such a sacrilege will stun every man in the room.
Do you think Mr. Gibbs could bring himself to shoot?
Well, a real lady? Of course not. One that ain't decent? You bet I'll shoot.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still a little worried.
Don't you worry about a thing. Spicer issued the warrants, that I know. But I doubt that Earp will have enough nerve to serve him.
I'm not in here anyway.
Mayor Randall, Mr. Clark, I have warrants for your arrest. All right, gentlemen. Let's go see the judge. Come on. Mr. Gibbs, you handle those boys.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Wyatt had only an honest judge and a good newspaper, the Epitaph, and the Citizen Safety Committee backing him in Tombstone. They were steadily outmaneuvered by a gang of political boodlers known as the 10% Ring in Tucson. But Wyatt refused to believe the weight of the odds against him. You can't fight City Hall, as any politician will tell you, but Wyatt was going to fight if it cost him his life.
The court will hold you both for trial. Mr. Clark is common thief and swindler. Witnesses have testified that you sold them vacant lots that had already been sold to other buyers. The official complaint will be land fraud. Order! Order in this court! Mayor Randall, you will stand trial for malfeasance in office. Testimony has shown that you were in of all of his deals.
Your Honor, I ask that these men be admitted to bail.
They may be. $10,000 for Mr. Clark.
Monster!
It'll be $15,000 for you, sir. Order! Order!
You stay here, Finn. I'll do the talking.
Now, Papa, you cool down first.
I traveled 90 miles to get to Tucson to speak my piece, and then political varmint's going to hear something. You put your hat on. You're growed up now.
Yes, Papa.
We're losing hold of Tombstone right now. Earp's got himself a newspaper run by John Clum. He's elected a dude judge named Wells Spicer. Now, what are we paying you 10% for? To get rousted around? What's more, them miners have got some kind of committee. They can turn out 100 guns.
Mr.
And I
Clark,
can't...
please.
How's that, Daniel?
There's going to be a whole new deal in a few weeks.
What new deal?
Did you ever hear of Cochise County?
No.
Well, your part of Pima County is going to be a new division. It's to be called Cochise County, and conditions will be different.
How different?
New sheriff, different judge.
You'll get rid of Earp?
In time, yes.
Time.
Well, it has to be done legal-like. You want to send soldiers in with martial law? We're sending a mighty smooth fellow in to survey the whole situation for us.
Well, now, what's wrong with me? I know the situation now.
Yes, you're wonderful, Mr. Clanton, just wonderful, but You aren't smooth.
Whoa. No, I certainly ain't. I see your point.
Yeah, we thought you would.
Well, who is this new fella?
Well, you'll find out in time. You'll just have to put up with these annoyances for a while longer.
How much longer, Daniel?
Oh, a few weeks. Now, you go on back to Tombstone and have a quiet laugh at those law and order fellas. We're going to have law and order to suit ourselves. And you? You'll be the boss of Cochise County.
Well, now, that's the kind of talk I like. Here's your cut for this month, close on to $5,000.
That's the kind of talk we like.
I want you to unload the luggage, then stable the horses, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me the hotel is that full.
No, Mr. B, and that's the hospital.
In a tent?
It's the best Miss Cashman can do.
Shocking. I'll have to see what I can do.
If you could, it'd sure be welcome, Mr. Bean.
This is our hospital. Mine accident at the Lucky Cuss. Shaft caved in.
Can't the mine owners do something about a real hospital?
I talked about it, but that's all.
I'm assistant to Governor Fremont. I might be able to do something about a decent hospital.
Mr. Bean, let's discuss this further at dinner, shall we? Be my guest, won't you?
I'd be delighted.
Fine, shall we say 6:30?
6:30.
See you then. Take it easy, Jim.
May we?
I'd smoke them myself if it didn't cause talk.
Dr. Goodfellow, sir.
Thank you very much.
As I was saying, I think I can get Washington to match whatever funds we raise. Allow me, sir.
Thank you.
Now, who should be on the committee for the new hospital?
Well, Wyatt Earp, for one.
Oh, yes, he's the famous marshal from Dodge City.
And Mr. Gerd to help with the miners. Mr. Clum, he's editor of the Tombstone Epitaph.
Good, good. How much money will we need?
$15,000 if we squeeze every penny.
Well, then we should set the goal for 20,000.
Excellent.
Well, I doubt that we can pry Tombstone loose from even 15.
Come in. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh, Miss Nellie, I'm terribly sorry to have missed your big feast.
That's all right, Wyatt. Come in. Mr. Earp, I'd like you to meet Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is the assistant to Governor Fremont.
Howdy.
This is a real pleasure, Marshal. I've heard of your work in Wichita and Dodge City.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Come sit down, Wyatt. I've got something to tell you.
Good evening, Doctor.
Hello, Wyatt.
Wyatt, the most wonderful thing has happened.
Oh?
We are going to have a new hospital.
That is, we think we are.
Well, that is good news, but...
Mr. Bean's going to help us raise the money. We're going to try for 20,000. Now, I think we can do it. Don't you think so?
Well, maybe if I stay out of it.
Here's to your good health, Wyatt.
Well, let's drink to the hospital first, shall
Yes,
we?
All
the
right.
new hospital.
To the hospital.
Please, Marshal, not with water.
He usually drinks milk.
There's nothing wrong with water. Well, here's to the hospital.
The hospital?
And to Mr. Bean for wanting to help us.
Thank you.
Papa? Finn, did you have a nice trip?
Sis, wait till you hear the news
You
of Papa.
hush up, Finn. Now, you unload the buckboard and stable in horses. Well, now, what's that for?
I'm just glad to see you back safe and sound.
Now, wait till you see what I got. Right here, I got a present for you.
What is it?
Well, open it and see. I gotta get this sand out in my ears.
Oh, it's beautiful, Papa. It's just what I wanted.
Cost me $100. Go find me a drink, baby.
All right.
We're celebrating, Emma. You reckon you can keep a secret?
Uh-huh.
Well, the boys in Tucson give me more than I asked for. They're going to whack a whole new county out of Pima.
A new county here?
Yeah. It'll take in Tombstone and maybe 10,000 square miles. The only thing I don't like about it's the name. Cochise. I don't like nothing about that name.
Now, who's going to boss this new county?
They're sending a real smooth fella to work with me. Of course, we'll elect some scallywags to hold office, but your papa, he'll be the boss. Tried to get him name it Clanton County. You know what they said? It'll make folks jealous. Well, go on, put your watch on and see what it looks like.
It'll go real good with this dress. See, Papa?
Uh-huh.
They'll really notice this in town, huh?
Now, daughter, you stay out of town. Things are really going to be popping there. Spicer and Clum and Earp, that crowd, their days are numbered, sis.
Now, just how do you plan to do that?
Well, elections first, maybe. But I aim to take care of Earp myself.
You mean bushwhacking?
I ain't decided.
Not while he wears a star, Papa.
He won't be wearing no star. Promise the boys in Tucson to take it slow and easy. Yes, sir. When you're the boss of a whole county, you have to do things legal, sis. I figure to wait until we get that badge off of him, and then we'll make it look good and legal.
He'll still be a U.S. Marshal.
U.S. Marshal. Hey, I plumb forgot about that. Well, maybe we'll still have to bushwhack him, sis.
Papa. Oh, here come Finn and Ike. You get some rest, Papa. The food will be on soon.
Good morning, Marshal. Good morning. You had a big day yesterday?
Yes, sir, I sure did. What makes you so happy?
This. Read it.
Well, it's from Governor Fremont himself, huh? He promises half the money to build the hospital.
We'll get all of it. Miss Nellie is talking to the mine owners right now.
Oh, you sure did a good job, Mr. Bean. Say, do you mind if I start calling you by your first name?
It'd be an honor, Wyatt.
You know, we sure need a honest political operator in Tombstone. You ought to come through here more often.
Thank you, Wyatt. I might be around for quite a while.
No? How's that?
It's a long story.
Come on in.
They're going to divide Pima County. Tombstone will be the new county seat for Cochise. And you can be the sheriff if you want the job.
Well, I don't know that much about politics. How'd you find out about this?
The Tucson people had to clear it with Governor Fremont. I was at his elbow. How about the sheriff's job?
They'd never elect me, Johnny. I'm an outsider.
I could get you a temporary appointment. That would give you an opportunity to make a record with the voters. The trouble with you, Wyatt, you just don't think politically.
You mean I arrest the wrong people?
No. But the way you handled the mayor, for instance, they tell me you humiliated him.
Well, maybe.
Not that I hold with grafting. But a man in public office shouldn't make any more enemies than is necessary.
Well, how would you have handled it?
Simple. I would have picked them up separately and at night.
Oh, I'd still have to bring him to trial, Johnny.
But of course. And then...
Marshal! Marshal! All right, don't gabble. Help me get him down.
He did?
Yeah, they jumped us 9 miles out of Tombstone.
but I recognize them. They raised their masts to get some air. Are you Wyatt Earp?
Yeah.
Well, just go out to the Charleston Roadhouse and look for Pony Deal.
Fighting men?
You better take a big posse. I better see Doc Goodfellow.
Come on, we'll find him. Well, this is going to be a bad one, Doc.
What's so bad about the Benson stage being held up? Happens every other week.
You know a man by the name of Pony Deal?
Yep.
Well, he and 3 other men did it. Killed the guard.
It's only natural for second-rate Clanton punks.
You know the Charleston Roadhouse?
I gamble there.
Well, that stage was carrying mail. It's a federal charge. I want to try and take Pony Deal and the other men without a fight.
Back in Dodge, we took him any way we could.
Wyatt's been chumming up with Johnny Bean.
What's that got to do with it?
You like him? I don't.
He's kind of a slicker, ain't he?
Bean had nothing to do with that stage. The point is that I don't want any
The point
bloodshed.
is, Wyatt, that this country is injuring your brain. They won't fight. Pony Deal wouldn't hold himself up in the Charleston unless he wanted you to come and arrest him. They're setting you up for a bushwhack.
Well, I still have to go after him. Come on, Mr. Gibbs. Shotgun, you wait till we get set, then you lead the horses away.
Pony Deal. A man is stealing your horses.
A horse thief. Come on.
Hey, you!
Hold it right there. Take your hand away from the gun. Move out here. Go on. Come up here. Get on your horses.
Move along, boys.
Try and talk some sense into his thick head, Doc. He won't get 10 miles in Clanton country.
You ought to be hanged, Pony.
What for?
Just because I gamble with you don't signify. A thief with any decorum would have hid out in the brush for a few days.
Come on.
Old man Clanton knows these parts a lot better than you do, Johnny Law.
Dr. Holliday is guiding us.
He don't know these mountains like he knows cards.
So get on your horse.
All right, all right. I'm only trying to save Doc. He's into me for about $90.
Doc, you'll save money this trip.
Yeah.
Said they'd be by this way. Give them a little more time.
Hold him, Doc. Mr. Gibbs, order the prisoners and the horses. I want to do a little scouting.
Did you see anything back there?
Yeah, some fresh horse tracks. We may run into some trouble at the Narrows.
Yeah, that'd be a good place for it. What are you figuring on doing?
I swear Clanton doesn't know this trail, Wyatt.
I think we're underestimating them. Let's put some gags on those boys.
Bend down here.
Put your head down.
He's got a mighty bad in the neck. Mighty close to the carotid artery.
Did you stop the bleeding?
I don't think so. We better get him back to Tombstone.
No, that's a bunch of darn foolishness. Let me up.
All right, let's clear out of here. We'll leave the prisoners here.
No, I ain't a-going. Yes, you are. Come on.
Not too much of this now. You lost a lot of blood, Mr. Gibbs, but you're still alive.
Well, there wasn't no reason for you to let them prisoners go.
There wasn't, huh? I suppose I just could have put a tourniquet around your neck.
Wyatt, I've been shot a dozen times and I ain't dead yet. You don't know what this is going to cost you. You ain't never going to be able to explain why you let them killers go.
Well, I can explain it to myself. Now, you get something straight. I wouldn't trade your ornery hide for all the hoodlums in Arizona territory.
Thank you, boy.
No, don't thank me. No, sir. If I'd have lost you, Roscoe would have kicked me all the way out of town. Star or no star.
Where's your prisoners?
Clanton out Foxby. He had an ambush planted on the least likely trail to Benson.
You had to let the prisoners go?
That's right. Shotgun was hit bad. He's over in the hospital now.
Wyatt, you can't afford this politically.
I know that. You'll just have to get yourself another sheriff.
No. Blame it on Doc Holliday. Tell them he steered you wrong.
I wouldn't do that if I was elected governor. You be the politician.
Where does that leave you?
I'll catch up with the Clinton boys one of these days. What's the matter? You aim to play along with Clinton?
He has the power in these parts, Wyatt.
Yeah, for now he has. But I have friends and guns, too. You be careful how you pick your side. This is for blood.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold.